to you more. And the Honorable Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, Northton, Emrashe Bejani Atsenase on the ticket of the National Democratic Congress. And pay Yeneno Eba Ababedin Komo. Join us on Facebook Live. Na ma will comment Nina no Embra. We will do justice to them. Na yet Miakin kind of consensus no Eddie Ama. Oh Kumasi and pay Uti Edifa 93.3. So around the country, we'll share live on your digital TV, Kessben TV, on a year Go TV, channel 19. And I will share you free. And maybe I hear free piano. And we are very grateful for your time. The Honorable Okudzeto Atsenase, Mame Emano Ache, na me mano Akwaba to the studio. Honorable, good morning.
Come here, Kubi. Good morning.
Na Mbombo Kodia.
Nyamiadom. Now where?
I'm happy to see you.
Same here. You're looking very sharp.
Thank you.
Very sharp.
Thank you. Now, Parliament is saying.
Oh, Nyamiadom. Ejuma Ghana for Amayeng, particularly my constituents in my beloved Northton, as I refer to that great constituency. Boy Juma, the SSA, in the interest of Ghana and to also glorify the Almighty. And when I say this 8th parliament, a historic parliament,
yes.
Until we are in uncharted waters. Hang parliament in Cedar in the entire history of our country since we started holding parliamentary elections, even before independence of 1957 in Cedar. A National Assembly and a Parliament of Ghana will have equal numbers of the majority parties, the major parties. That is the MPP and the NDC, 137. And we are navigating. I always say, sir, this is an opportunity for Parliament to assert itself.
Okay.
Once share history now.
Yeah.
Parliament has come under criticism, sir. It's been lame duck and as a rubber stamp.
Yeah. Most stamp the executive baby.
The executive. So he always has his way. And to say no, you can have a parliament that will assert itself, that will be, if you like, serving as checks and balance, which is the original principle. We share propounded the theory of separation of powers. Executive, legislature, judiciary. People like Jean-Jacques Rousseau, Baron de Montesquieu. Now, envisage, say, the 3 arms of government will have some equilibrium. There will be some equality of strength. Now, pese bako bewo 2 overbearing powers are a best suppress the other arm. Okay. For now, the wisdom of the Ghanaian people, Sana Ghana for Tuabana. Pese, Parliament.
That principle, na
keep a check on the executive, and I believe that so far, we are seeing the dividends, we are seeing the fruits of that. Certainly, it is not about being obstructionist.
Okay.
Bibi Batna in the national interest, because. Since you started 8th Parliament, you are approving all manner of projects, even loans for water projects, road projects. You could see bridge recently, Mamfe Bridge, an additional phase of Kumasi Airport, and all of those things. We come together and approve. When the project is in the national interest, you better approve it. But where we have, grave concerns. Who say project or minor, it's not in the national interest. They say Levy, which we'll be discussing later. And no, dear, we stand up against it. And standing up previously, when you stand up with your measly numbers, numbers are
as minority,
you are even just ignored. But say we cannot be ignored, and I think that is healthy for our democracy and building a country that will, as it were, have accountability, and leaders will act in the national interest.
Okay, but you were in the 7th parliament, from moving from that parliament where the NPP had a whooping majority, over 169 seats. Now, more about the 8th parliament, Ghanaians voted in that direction. How are you enjoying it in terms of more work? Any more baby? More is it from the 7th to the 8th? You know, how is it being difficult, if there is any?
Honestly, no, Mecca said the 8th parliament has been more eventful.
Okay.
Also, I have served in the 7th parliament. I have served in the 6th parliament. 6th parliament, na NDC, na one majority.
Yeah.
And it was less eventful. The NDC will have its way. At the time, I was combining being an MP and a deputy minister of education. Then we had the 7th parliament, the 169, 109. The MPP had a clear majority. And I recall your frustrations, even when we have raised, and often, Asem Koba, to say PDS, for example, the concerns we had raised, said, look, you haven't done your due diligence well. Then it leads to a scandal. Mekai Ameri say, Ameri there at least eventually and Ghana will have lost, about $1 billion. It was quite frustrating at that time. So who said, hey, we are going into a ditch. But one said, I believe that the time has come for us to take a second look at your constitution.
Okay.
Constitution, it's made one man too powerful. Into Ubia Sake up to the president, and they want to win favors with the president. And even where you can tell, sir, there we are president, the other parliament, on mine is even going to affect even your party fortunes because you want favors. Constitution, let's say majority of ministers should be appointed from parliament. Many people come to parliament looking at the president for favors, and they see parliament also as a stepping stone.
Yeah.
Where unlike other jurisdictions, people go to parliament to build parliamentary careers.
Okay.
And they want to be legislators all their life. So you can have people like Bernie Sanders, people like Nancy Pelosi, who Biden, who spent over 30 years building legislative careers. Uba Ghana is more of a stepping stone
to becoming a minister.
And
even becoming a president.
It has really, undermined, the influence, the strength, the force of parliament.
Okay.
And coming into the 8th parliament, I think we have an opportunity to rewrite the parliamentary history of our country. And so far, it's been positive. It's been the Ablakwa even the more is the additional history where for the first time you have a right honorable speaker who is not from the president's party. In Cedar. So you have a hung parliament, then you have a speaker who is not a member of the president's party. Until now, when the executive is bringing anything to parliament, they think twice. They do their due diligence more. They want to be sure, say, and because they know the consequences of just bringing things that are not well thought out. Now, having said that, the challenger may work with this 8th parliament, and it's unfortunately for us, we still have key actors, key protagonists. Omo operating with the same mindset of the 7th and 6th parliament, of the old parliaments. Okay. People are not tuning themselves to the new reality. They are not waking up to smell the coffee. A BA actor say, it's we are in power. No matter what they say, we will have their way. And in Tiana, you are seeing the kind of friction, the kind of tension, and often it has degenerated into fisticuffs. And no, you regret it. Even though I never take part in those fights,
Where were you though?
It affects all of us, It affects yenyina. It affects yenyina. As you can see, mini muscle be. I can only help with brain work, But on a more serious note, you see, we need to take steps about avoiding these scenes, and the only way to do that, and it's a young building consensus. Let's talk more. Let's be more sincere.
Okay.
Extreme partisanship, entrenched partisan positions, though.
Okay.
This is a time for nation building. This is the time the way Ghana for Atuabano. Ghanaians clearly want us to work together. Say the obebwa or minor. And Nema obebwa minor. And nona as I say you pursue. And I hope that lessons are being learned so that moving into this full second year, getting to the third year, and then the fourth year of the 8th parliament, we will do things differently, and we'll begin to see a more positive outcome.
But let me ask this: Sadi development here, at the time President Akufado was president, what would have been the different strategy if say Nkai happen here and see NDC time? What would have been the best strategy and Kamodebe go into this?
Honestly, hang parliament.
Yes.
And a speaker who
From
is
the
in
other
charge
side.
of the house from the other side, Unhia president or ye more conciliatory. President or reaching across the aisle. President or ye very warm-hearted. Onye so partisan. I honestly think that President Mahama and our President Mills will have done a better job. Omo natural disposition, that of, consensus, all-embracing posture. The Yemfa, the AC, and China, Yentinasi.
Father for all.
Yeah, father for all. But unfortunately, that's not how President Akufado is. His nature, I don't know whether because of the history and the background, having come from party position, having been an organizer, having been in the trenches, leading demonstrations and all of that, the temperament, a bit too, partisan. He doesn't really reach out. I mean, I thought, for example, sir, right from day one, when the election results were declared, I bet clear, sir, we have a hung parliament, and we even believe, sir, we won the parliamentary, but Nema BAC or Techiman South, and other places, Savulugumo, and we are in court, so I wouldn't want to prejudice those matters. But when it became clear, say you were hung parliament, I thought, say, we knew you are the president elect. I thought, say, he will have reached out to the opposition leader, his leading opponent in the 2020 elections, and will have said, say, let's come together. These speaker positions, Krano, menye greedy, me pese me funny more candidate for speaker. Let's try and reach some agreements, some gentleman's agreement. We will have avoided Tokwana Esi.
Yes, but
midnight of January 6th. We'll have avoided it.
That would have been power sharing.
Led to the delay. Yeah, and what is wrong with that? Ghanaians have voted for power sharing. No matter what you do, Ghana for a 2 year in the 2020 elections, a power sharing outcome, no matter how you want to look at it, particularly in parliament. When you have a hung parliament, it means because Niemani be we here 2/3 to have it pass. How are you going to do that if you don't reach across the aisle? Even on matters of simple majority, no crown. You have independent candidate or say Onemobeye Juma, which brings you to 138. But the numbers game no embuamo because ministers must work, they must travel, and people can fall sick. People can be admitted. There can be emergencies in people's constituencies. As I say, supervise it. thinking, say, oh dear, you still have the majority, the old mindset, you know. Boy, the numbers game will not help. If I was in the shoes of President Akufado, right from Ansana Yabeko January 6 to go elect a speaker, no, I will have reached out. And it will take nothing away from me. It will make me less of a president. It won't hurt my pride. It will not. Rather, no. Improve it to show, say, oh, this is somebody who is a nationalist or Jane or mine. It's not about ni ego, ni personal egos. You know, that's what I would have done, and I thought that he would have done that. We missed that opportunity, and increasingly, no, I'm also seeing same about other policies are odeba, you know. Right from even the appointment of ministers, the kind of ministers who are appointed here. And that's why I had to even resign from the appointments committee eventually. One day I'll, spill it all out and tell the full story, you know. And then now leading to very unpopular policies like the e-levy, you know, a major tax measure, you know, you have a hung parliament. You come and spring a surprise on us. I mean, who does that? It is the height, you know, of disrespect and contempt of Parliament, because one would have expected, say, ube engage behind the scenes.
Okay.
Look, even industry players, Eka say, na omunim, Ghana Telecom for the Ghana Chamber of Telecoms, the telcos, MTN for Vodafone for Teltigo, omunyina say it was a surprise to them. You know, key actors in the communication space. And also in Parliament. It came as a surprise when the finance minister announced it on the 17th of November, 2021, as he read the budget. You know, that's when we had it for the first time. My public policy. Okay. I'm a student of political science. What we are taught in school, our university, and they say, the policy bar, you do stakeholder engagement first to shape the policy, fine-tune the policy, and send out the about Parliament. Ghana, your mind under President Akufado. Nkwa me who say, the policy now by Parliament. Ya babe announcing the budget. The finance committee for a report. And sana, call round regional capital say e-levy.
Yes, but that was
e-levy consultations.
Town hall meetings.
That
was the next question. No, say, could it have been pre-engagement and so even before the reading of the budget? What about the finance committee? Before the 17th of November 2021? No, anything.
The finance committee was not engaged. Look, I'm putting it on record. Say, yeni obia ankasa. Finance committee, leadership of Parliament, ubia, nobody was engaged. 11 no eba as a surprise. Into leadership style no embwa in a hung Parliament. Into that is what is leading to all the tensions. Because I am very worried as ranking member on the Foreign Affairs Committee. No, may monitor international space. No, may share the air course all around our neighbors. The AC were Mali, the AC were Guinea, the AC were Burkina Faso, Guinea-Bissau, the attempt. And then you have all these extremists, violent extremists, what take you over. Uko or Mindbit is a Burkina Faso, they control 60%. Mali, they are in charge of the north. They are moving down from the Sahel. You have the proliferation of arms. The unemployment rates are a year at an all-time high. Okay, 2021 population and housing census 13.4%, the highest unemployment rate since 1984, since they started doing census, you know, in Ghana.
That's the highest on my record so far.
Yeah, and no wonder say ISIS for Omochi recently or Libya, Ghanaian youth were found amongst them. The climate is not good when you consider all of these factors. Internally, say, look, let's lower the tensions. Because look, if there's any disruption, could be here, President Akufado will be affected. Who kind every coup statement? First line, you say Parliament is dissolved. Your Parliament or 275. Yeah, that's the end. It doesn't matter, say, when you're 87% to 95% to that is it. That's the end of your parliamentary career. Once you cry, you be arrested. You are all seen as the political elite. We need to ease tensions. And some of us have been urging, say, let us change the approach. These entrenched partisan positions, no. At the end of the year, no one ever. Look at the AC 1995. President Rawlings or the VAT Eba. And you see the irony, and he say, Nipa or lead the anti-VAT demonstrations, no. Ono na oye president and there. Only they come preko, CM preko, and all those demonstrations against the VAT. President Rawlings, a listening president, somebody who was a military ruler, you may even question his democratic credentials. Otieye, or withdraw VAT, no. What is preventing President Akufado from withdrawing the e-levy in Parliament, suspending it? And because consultations when you know more year, no, and our town hall meetings, no, it's fake and yes, sincere because the our Parliament and one document about Parliament and one that's what you haven't withdrawn it, you haven't amended anything. Moon change and what kind of it's just causing financial loss. Already, no, the economy is in a very bad place. You're downgrading. We don't have, the resources we used to have. This economy has been mismanaged. Everything is in arrears. Every sector, from NAPCO workers, university lecturers, district assembly common fund, contractors, you name them. This is not the time to be wasting money on so-called, town hall meetings when there is no sincerity to really engage the people. If President Rawlings could withdraw and make kind January 12th, I encourage TF4 say. But to me, I even put it up on my Facebook page. President Rawlings in the State of the Nation address, 12 January 1996. The level of sincerity, candor, and Oka said, look, me tiemo, me hun se vat we mompe. And I want to assure you, say, I will not attempt to sneak it past you. We are withdrawing it. We will try and do public engagements, simplify the tax, and then even though it will come at a cost, we won't get the revenues we need. But I prefer to listen to the Ghanaian people. And he withdrew it. Up until the year 2000, 5 years later, and they reached an agreement with student leaders. At the time, I was a student activist, and it was decided, say, VAT will be brought back to help education. That led to the establishment of Get Fund.
Get Fund, okay.
And this is somebody with a military background. He listened. Otiye Ghana for. What is stopping President Akufado? I mean, Oshia Nananum from the Volta region, Okaze or no dear, he will do whatever he must do to have it passed. You see, that kind of posture, no, that kind of belligerence, that kind of entrenched position.
But honorable, what is so wrong with the e-levy? Now, for instance, party Ghanaians have voted for President Akufado. The president presumes what the e-levy bar domestically and to also roll out the development agenda was set for this particular year. What is so wrong with that policy implementation? Say e-levy what will happen to our country? Say Abayanika says still now at all costs, by all means, obeji e-levy. What are the consequences?
Into Edikain, as I say, yes, the objection to the e-levy is premised on a number of reasons.
Okay.
And let me state them. Number one, Kessben. Baby Ghana, you was say the conditions of the people now. This is not the time to be introducing a new tax.
Okay.
Look, we are just now trying to recover from a pandemic. You recover fully. Okay, World Bank report on the number of job losses. Nipa because of the pandemic. They had to take pay cuts those who have not been paid because companies, a lot of businesses have collapsed. World Bank report is online. Is saying over 300,000 people.
Yeah.
Osha, the general hardship, the way a nemamu ayading. This is not the time in an economy that you introduce new taxes. Osha, other jurisdictions, the omu say, buying what their governments are doing, and they say they are cushioning them. More incentives
to survive.
Packages, even unemployment benefits, stay home support systems and all of that. They are not seeking to impose further hardship on them. Nepano are losing a juma. Nemamu ayeding. Where is he going to even get the means to pay you additional taxes? In other jurisdictions, they are looking at how to build back better, grow the economy. Then they can later on think about additional taxes. That is number one. Number two, can I say, Osha, this level of corruption, financial malfeasance, Auditor General of the Republic of Ghana, what documented in his report from 2016 to 2020, Auditor General, they are told you, I say, we have lost 12.8 billion Ghana cedis. 11 mo projections ninyana mo say mo benya 6.9 billion. Yeah. That's what you believe you can raise, 6.9 billion.
Yeah.
Now, if you have 12.8 billion, which you can retrieve, sika ye nyina ye dia. Ube to me I retrieve it. And no, you are taking no action. You've left it. And then you want to go and collect new taxes. I mean, who does that? You have a leaking basket. Nanso say sa basket na eno o de bekwa kosansio.
Yes, but honorable him says challenge ebewo. The report of the Auditor General would have to go through some sort of legal processes. One more misappropriated funds your money there for us to retrieve it. The Attorney General will have to take steps. One more embezzle no say was he a prosecutor, a bit me a prosecutor, a refund will have to be made to the coffers of Ghana. That is going to take us some level of period you bet me I'll go through. At what point in time the because yen train ma abai and persuade all those people in getting back the monies and san yet me scano to do the project we expect?
I like your question. Edikai. Should we even have gotten here? As leaders, I said yes, we will put in measures to prevent corruption. Corruption in Ghana today has become very lucrative. It's become fashionable. If you are not doing it, correct. It's become a free for all. First of all, that should have been prevented. If we had prevented the corruption, 12.8 billion, we wouldn't need a levy.
Okay.
Number two, having failed to prevent the corruption, you should then take steps, immediate steps. Look, what does it take? We are serious as a president. I've seen other presidents. Tanzania president, Malawian president, when COVID expenditure was being stolen and all of that. Even the South African president.
Yeah.
How they dealt. Ramaphosa sacked his health minister. Ghana, we are here protecting Sputnik V. Ajimamenu. We are protecting him. Andra in parliament. Now you put it together a bipartisan committee of inquiry to probe the COVID expenditure. Because parliament, the records we have say approve 1 billion. Now so we have found out as we came to assess the 2022 budget, say more spending over 8 billion. Miami sector, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Will you believe, sir? Ministry of Foreign Affairs, your throw budget nimu say 65.3 million Ghana cedis.
For what?
For COVID evacuation. Ministry of Foreign Affairs said, we never received this money. We have no idea.
For evacuation?
Yes. Meanwhile, Ministry of Foreign Affairs said, we never received that money. There is no account. There's no COVID account, as has been stated in the budget. It became a huge controversy. As I speak to you, it's not been resolved. Yenim, wanya, or spend this 65.3 million
on behalf of the ministry.
On behalf of the ministry. And I believe the sector minister, the Honorable Sharia Yokobuchi, because they've not been able to produce any signature, any bank account, any record said the ministry received the money. But it is in the budget. If you have such a sordid situation, why are you running away from a probe? You can see that this whole system has been set up to, as it were, encourage corruption, to encourage leakages, to encourage loopholes, and people are taking advantage of it. It's become a free-for-all. If you have this system, Nipa Okasa will protecting the public purse, and the public purse is being raped in this manner. How do you expect, Ghanaians will accept the introduction of a new tax handle? Then the next point, the next factor, the reason why we are opposed to this 11, abanya kasa omo profligacy, omo ostentation, omo extravagance. Wouldn't say I have been on a campaign since May last year against the president abandoning the presidential jet and using ultra luxurious executive chartered jets. Minia, recent trip by President Obedru 2 days ago, last week or
10 days.
10 days. 4.9 million Ghana cedis by my conservative estimates. So far, Sika Yase is getting to 20 million cedis on these charter jets. Meanwhile, conferences in Nawokono, we are seeing other presidents. South African president, South African president, Sika Owo, listed top 5 rich Africans or your majority shareholder in MTN. Very, dollar millionaire. Obedi president. He flew to the conference, and also called Brussels, commercial. Flew commercial on South African Airways, commercial. Tanzania president, on also called flew commercial on Lufthansa. He didn't take anything away from them. Yes, selected 6 countries for WHO to support Krano. Their countries made it. We didn't make it.
And I don't know, remember because I realized who post you on Facebook.
Yes. The prof legacy. Presidential jet where President Akufado order here, Ebedru 2010. Parliament, your records are your war. And it's a jet, it will have a lifespan minimum 20 years. That means from 2010 to 2030. We are just in 2022.
So we have some 8 years.
Yes. Other countries are omoto, even an older version. They say Namibia. Omoto 1990. They are still using it. President Gengop, Enwana or use it. UN General Assembly. Enwana or Deko. You have French President Macron. And also maybe Bedru 2010. He's still using it. Air Force One, United States of America, Omoto 1991. Enwana Omu use it. Biden Air use it. The Air Force One. What is wrong with ours? Bedru 2010. And Raya, your presidency own use it. Meanwhile, other African presidents are queuing to use it. They are happy to use it. Mebisa wa parliament say Mumba Mbeyano. You pay the full cost. 3 ministers. Nobody wants to give us the answers.
Yes, but they've told you
latest one.
National security.
What are the national security implications? What are the national? Minka say Mumba Kachwe Ruta Mu Yuzi Hotel President Edda, who is in charge of his security. What is the security arrangement? Those are not the questions I'm asking. I'm just asking for the cost. And And look, I've been in Parliament. This is my 3rd term. Minia. We know how much is spent on presidential travels. In 2019, we knew that it was about 69 million. This is the only time ye bisa about the cost of presidential travels. Almost say This is the only time. We knew that of President Rawlings, President Kufuor, President Mills, President Mahama. This is the only time. Now, you have a situation where other countries, meaning I know how much it costs for the Americans to take care of, because the White House reports our congressional documents. It's about $178,000 an hour to move the Air Force One, Air 2, Air Force One, Air 2, because they always have a decoy, a backup. You wouldn't know which one exactly the president is in, and together with all other kinds of support aircrafts for area protection. We know the cost. Meaning the cost of the British Prime Minister, about £8,000. I know the cost of the Queen of England. I know the cost of that of Macron of France. But my own country, as a member of parliament,
as a ranking member,
can you imagine?
On the Foreign Affairs
Committee. At least, even you come and tell her, even if you don't want to put it out public, at least even tell us in committee quietly, we cannot know. What I then have to do, they say, my free company, no, pose say as if say me person me charter.
Yeah.
Into me free Global Jet Luxembourg, the operators of the LXDIO.
I see.
Say me a businessman, me person me charter LXDIO, no. Say na charge.
And that is how far you've gone.
And I'm catch me say $14,000 an
per
hour. That is how come I got an idea. If not, I wouldn't have known. My own government, I am paid to demand accountability, to achieve checks and balances. They won't tell me. The other company, Aviation Acropolis, Omowo Fambro, United Kingdom. I had to pose as a businessman who wants to charter the ACJ 320 Neo.
Okay. And
I'm from they send me email say ACJ 320 Neo no. President I use it in May no. Me condo I've seen the Ghanaian president really likes it. I also want to use it. I'm an oil dealer. And me quote no £15,000 an hour. That is only how come I got an idea. Anka I wouldn't know.
But why would you go to this extent? How about President Akufado and in the travels? Because it looks as if say Canada Japan has taken you on that. Say you even go to that extent. Say ube pose as a businessman. Say try say ube chatter just to know the cost. What has the president done to you?
Minya enye personal.
Okay.
Enye personal. Anka any other MPP member who is president currently on the ticket of the MPP who is conducting himself this way now, I will expect any ranking member on the Foreign Affairs Committee to do the same. Okay. And I would have done the same if I was a ranking member. Sure, if you go through the Hansard, and the last time I published President Akufado Ankasa, when he was ranking member on the Foreign Affairs Committee, President Rawlings, Okwakoto, a new jet, the Gulfstream GIII. Utie in sema President Akufado Kaye. Media haven't even reached halfway. Wouldn't President Akufado, I mean, he has a gift of the gap. Or to make cover of work, in some more parliament. Or say the president is going to buy a new toy for his creature comfort and all of that. And they will not accept it. It's waste of money and all of that. That at a time that university students are crying for more investment in education, how can President Rawlings be thinking about going to buy a new jet? This is President Akufado. President Akufado already these legitimate concerns about economic priority. Okay, I say, look, on them, if we are to consider the scale of priorities,
yes,
presidential jets,
any priority.
This is President Akufado. On no there, it was nothing personal.
At the time, our position, no,
yes,
as a ranking member on the Foreign Affairs Committee. Okay,
I know there it wasn't personal. I know there we didn't see anything wrong with it. Now he led President Akufado or a good opposition, MP or Yene Juma. He was being hailed. I am also trying to do my work now. I don't want to let Ghanaians down. And no, my baba here the bad guy.
Can we take it say what we decide your money now observe it until you feel say a payback at the time or your ranking member on Foreign Affairs Committee? No, yes, sir. Until you are paying him back.
No,
as an opposition member of Parliament.
No. And your payback. I would rather say, I look up to that era, that parliamentary era, and I admire them. Rather admiration and yet payback. I admire how they did their work. And younger generation, we must even aspire to do better. Bible said the glory of the latter should be greater than the former. we should take inspiration. Yeah, if we read our history, I showed the Nkrumah, yeah. If we look at what the J.H. Mensah, the Aprekus, the Hackmans, the Nana Akufados, what they did in opposition, no? And anytime I hear people say, oh, they missed that parliament, that was a vibrant parliament, fiery arguments, and in the national interest, no? I ask myself, why can't we also conduct ourselves in that manner so that people also look back and say, oh, these people were determined, they were focused, they had the country at heart, and they were fearless. That is the kind of, reputation, Ebwa. Instead of saying, oh, Mempese Ghana for because I hate the president, I pay back, I'd rather go and cut deals. Hey, Mwambe sorting me out. I'm going to town. Then you don't speak, you don't talk, you don't ask for reforms and changes in the system. And then you think that you are helping the country. You are not. Minya is nothing personal. Okay. It's not about hatred. I mean, President Ankasa Eka said, look, I'll protect the public. This is a president, Ubekaya Obaye, or say in the first year, okay, say, Omonto new cars. Yeah. This is a president. Or say even he would like to use his own car for a while, his own cars, because he wants to send a clear message that he's protecting the public purse. What has changed? This is such a change. Obiana believing in protecting the public purse. Oh, car say on to new cars. He will even manage with his old car. Now, see how he travels. Presidential jet suddenly is not good enough. Suddenly, no, he even needs a different new car for his seat. Into our convoy to Kwanya. Your Land Cruiser. Ne chair. And the last time I was BBC or analysis, they were laughing at us, mocking Ghana. Say, hey, are there in Korea any other regions? Is there a shortage of furniture in Ghana? Your president or Tukwanya, your V8 air conditioned with a driver just for his seat in his convoy. I mean, such wastage. Until when Ghanaians see all these things, you think they will welcome a new tax? Minya, Sika say, look, this 4.9 million cedis. Andrew Aname ye analysis be on my Facebook page. Say 4.9 million cedis. Unim say I bet to me Napco for ye tia almost 700 cedis. Yes. I bet to me tia 7,000 of them.
I read that post.
7,000. If you really think about it, 7,000. 2 weeks ago, maybe sir, there be 1 month. Just 1 month. Okay. 1 month salary of 7,000 people. At least ABB, they would at least appreciate that. Maybe it will have even averted the demonstrations. It will be a sign of good faith. So at least I buy a BB, I buy a kayomo. Tier 7,000 of our colleagues 1 month into we will reconsider even going on the streets. 2 weeks ago, maybe the education minister said, Argentina students on scholarship, because students on scholarship across the world are more friendly. You are the ranking member of Foreign Affairs Committee. Yes, stipends and buy scholarship and buy bread. The last time in Cuba, a student died because of these delays. Yes, a student on GMPC Foundation scholarship. Maybe sir, education minister. It emerged clearly in Parliament. Say, release a Ministry of Finance. As I say, to the Student Loan Trust and some of these scholarship agencies. Student Loan Trust and Minister of Finance is owing them 4.6 million for 2021 fiscal year.
I see.
This 4.9 million that has been blown in just 10 days, imagine what it could do for students on scholarship across the globe, and then even students in Ghana on the Students Loan Trust, or more expected or student loans. When you have this high level of wastage, of profligacy, look at the budget, 2022 budget. Yeah. A time of austerity, who can say yen tighten your belt. Nemamu ayeding. Yen manage your home. Would ye allocation to Office of Government Machinery? Sura Neko. President Mahama Bresu 2016, it was just around 700,000. Say Akwa could do 3.1 billion. Osho last year, dear, it was 2.5 billion. You say it was too much. Assign Akosro. Meanwhile, the irony is that Osho Ministry of Health budget is been slashed. in the midst of a pandemic, you have fighting COVID.
Yeah.
Ministry of Health has taken a major cut of about 2 billion cedis. Now, so Office of Government Machinery, ACOSRO, from 2.5 billion to 3.1 billion.
Yes, but there are other agencies under the Office of the President.
Yes, nobody denies that. But also the allocations to the Office of Government Machinery is always going up. Then look at the allocation to the contingency vote. Meaning, 2021 budget, what kind of 2021 budget? Contingency vote was 186 million.
Okay.
Contingency vote, miscellaneous. What the government controlled presidency. I sure say Sasi can it be ena omodema Kennedy Japan 120,000 faculty adjustable account. You see how they are spending our money, you know. 186 million in 2021.
Yeah.
Kessben
Increasing to 993 million, almost 1 billion
Ghana cedis.
435% increase. Minia. Why? Boni Bena Ghana for this is what you listen to the labor leaders. You talk for since 2013.
Yeah.
They haven't had their conditions of service reviewed. Listen to them. Listen to GMA. These are the reasons. Nobody is in a mood for new taxes. These are the factors. Then you come to analyzing the e-levy itself. Oba e-levy nankasa minia. It is the most obnoxious, the most regressive tax. A taxa omo enjoy hu ye kra. Minia. Edi kind threshold no. Too low. Too low. Say from 100 cedis, they'll start taxing you. Now, the clear case of double and multiple taxation, which all the tax books, all the tax authorities, Omaka say, who introduce the tax, you must guard against double taxation, multiple taxation. Who sending me 1,000 cedis? Now say me decide say me tear me water bills 200, me tear me electricity bills 150. Now say me send some 200 cedis to my mother for her medication. Me tear school fees be 300 cedis. All of those transactions, 1.75, 1.75, 1.75, 1.75. And just that 1,000 cedis, I will have paid 1.75 about 5 times. Multiple taxation. Okay. And the levy was not thought out properly. And then remember, say, Minia, as I said, okay, say, as a country, we have a genuine challenge with too much cash in the system. Over the years, successive governments have been committed to financial inclusion, how to attain a cash-light economy. We are encouraging people, because this is a country, Ocean Bank of Ghana data, more than 30% of our population are unbanked.
Yeah.
They don't go near the banks at all. The whole e-transactions have allowed for a mop-up of Omoye unbanked, those who do not, as it were, are not captured in the financial sector. Now, this e-levy, negative all the gains we have made over the years,
and it will take us back.
It will take us back. It is, look, there's already a communication service tax. I hear government saying, there's so much volume of cash in that space. We also want a little bite. There is already a communication service tax.
Okay.
Government doesn't have a bite. You have more than a bite in the e-transaction space. Okay. This tax is so regressive, is so punitive, so obnoxious. We will have absolutely nothing to do. And the president's and conduct, the way he's defying us, calling our bluff, and still engage in such naked profligacy, such extravagance, such ostentation. Nipa bako wonkwa upese will live as an Arabian king, a British aristocrat, and a Russian oligarch at the same time. Wonkwa. We are resolved, say, with this kind of conduct, This
You
kind
not
of
let it
mindset,
pass.
we will not give him more taxes.
Okay, my main kind messages to be about many the honorable Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, Northton, member of parliament, and Edin Komo and pay. This is Kessben FM 92.9. Oh, Kumase and Uti and this is Kessben FM as well 93.3 across the country. We'll share and pay on Kessben TV around the world. Kessben TV on Facebook and as well Kessben 92.9 on Facebook. And we are largely in charge, but let me do a few more of messages and pay with the Abba na making kind of concerns, you know. Pedro wa ewo Madina Cruz was watching you live, Mr. Speaker. God bless you and bless the Honorable Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa. Patol Andre sir, watching and listening to you live from Kumasi. Say hi to Mr. Kwabena Kesse, CEO of Kessben Group of Companies. God bless him so much. Charles Jumbo sir, good morning to you, Mr. Speaker. I'm watching you live from Madrid, in Spain. The Honorable Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa. We are listening to his sense of judgment and logical argument. God bless him. To Ahine Clemens, President Akufado is a great president by all standards. God bless him for his good work for Mother Ghana. Teacher Kujo Ewotepa and Yenesio Ahafo. I say Ahafano NPP youth organizer. The NDC has failed to understand why Ghana needs the levy. The Honorable Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa and his mate must agree to the passage of the levy and the bill for us to develop our country. Mr. Charles Wadi Ediaba, or say, I do not know the man talking, but I feel he is bitter. Okay, you are talking about Edward, the earlier member, former member of parliament, Edin Komo. Yahoza Ewo Swami in Kumasi was it the rate at which the price of crude oil is increasing, which is affecting the prices of goods and services in Ghana, is very, very disheartening. And it is hard time the president and the government, the political parties as well, do something about our fuel and the production of it. It is so bad that as a country, we produce fuel but still buys it at a very high price. Chris Lloyd, Anna Ede message you at the Abba. Philip Ayaba Toku is watching us live on Facebook. Philip is saying, Eunice Ode is watching us. Kwamena acidity ewo ahafo atrensia. Was Mr. Speaker, the gallon of petrol, which was sold at 16 Ghana cedis under NDC's administration with John Dramani Mahama, is now being sold at 36 Ghana cedis. NPP party, what a government. President Akufado is indeed heartless. Tano Joseph said, Mr. Speaker, only jealousy is killing the Honorable Okudzeto Ablakwa. He must understand that the president travels on a very good intention, also to secure other deals for our country called Ghana. Tano made that say any message, Hamza Jr., the maestro, say, good morning to you, Mr. Speaker, watching you live from Nkwanta in the Oti region. May that say, God bless your Honorable Okudzeto Ablakwa for his good work for Mother Ghana. And with the Abba Kwabena Ekufu is watching us live. Osei Tutu is watching us from Italy, Torino. And with the Abba, may that say any or message in a way, sir. Listen to wisdom and stop the sort of behavior you're putting up. The Honorable Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa is a godsend. God bless him so much. A very good morning to you, Member of Parliament for Northton. God bless you for your good work for Mother Ghana. Issa Dramani said, good morning to you. A humble soul. The Honorable Okudzeto Ablakwa is indeed a blessing. This is how we want our MPs to behave. Non-partisan and no hatred. Kwabena Ekufu said, good morning, Mr. Speaker. May the good Lord bless you always and guide your work. You are doing a great job for Mother Ghana. I like your questions. You are so intelligent as a presenter. And what they Abba. My member back to the studio now. Member the Honorable Okudzeto Ablakwa. So now you share the other issues. But there's a brother of mine, Honorable. I'm in few West constituency. A friend of Ayaba Toku. Now was there any time you be who be an energy? I mean, open wasn't pa and mention emano. Okay, but Honorable. I read an article and a statement you gave on the floor of Parliament concerning youth unemployment. The very things are yet the bane to the challenges I war as a country. The rate at which the Ghana Statistical Service data are more at the the reason why Child's Rights International is telling us in the next 20 years, a lot of majority of Ghanaian youth would want to migrate to other countries. What is really the problem? It looks as if it's a stopgap measures are putting in place and
Minia. Osha say your unemployment situation in this country. I'm say Bibia, we need to really, really reflect deeply. And we need to tackle so aggressively with a Marshall Plan.
Okay.
In my mind, say let's say priority areas number one. The most pressing challenge. Youth unemployment. OSHA population and housing census report now. 2021.
Yeah.
My obtained a copy and I've been reading through. What struck me unemployment numbers. In that report, Ghana Statistical Service, call around Ghana for their status and all of that.
Yeah.
13.4%. Meaning, who compared that to 2010, the last time census? It was then around 5%. In a space of 11 years, meaning, it has almost tripled. Unemployment, youth unemployment has almost tripled. Now, what is even worse, and they say, in that same Ghana Statistical Service report, who can those between the age of 15 and 24, youth employment status, 32.8%.
The active population.
Yes, the active population. And then there is also a World Bank report that is even assessing the state of underemployment. One say, the high empire say, they are underemployed.
Yeah.
Or degree, and now or masters. Now so onya ejuma ye enti decided NAPCO and now volunteer was school be a teaching. World Bank for say 50%. And is it there striking me any DC on the 10th of September last year?
Okay.
Now Youth Employment Agency for almost say job fair.
Yeah.
Accra International Conference Center. Stampede see wo. Me show a video be the desperation the youth of our country. They were breaking through a glass. They didn't mind say glass doors at Accra International Conference Center. And blood is gushing out. They didn't mind just to go in and try their luck to get a job. Then the other one, October and November last year, military recruitment, police recruitment. Queues are me here. I followed one queue from Elwak all the way GIS, all the way to Osu Runabout.
I know.
I was shocked, Minia. In my statement in Parliament, me can say, me assure parents say you see unemployment for Omumbesa line from Kessben building way at Circle. Yansho ya Kyono ebe endi wotechiman.
Yeah.
Ebe pa kumase kura. Inti, we have a major crisis on our heads. Major crisis. Inti, in my statement, I made a number of suggestions. And before even those suggestions, I said 2018, at the height of the migrant crisis in Europe, I took it upon myself to go to the coastal communities in Spain.
Okay.
Just to see, say, Africans now more crossing the Sahara, crossing the Mediterranean Sea, Ghana for Ekahua. And I was shocked to find out that Ghanaians were part of it. And they told me that every 20 of them who make the journey, 5 ewu. And that is what is happening. And then the latest ISIS arrest Libya, the Ghanaian youth are part of it. And it will tell you, say, we have a major crisis on our heads.
Okay.
And some of the solutions that I have suggested very humbly, and he said, Eddie Kaino, we need to do away with that myth, say, public sector in Ghana, Ayama, payroll is full. And minia. We have done some work. Many a team of young people be aye jumabi. Ya assess Ghana, HR situation. Unim say, Minia, unim say, even a civilian to policing ratio, we haven't met it. Civilian to military ratio, nursing to civilian ratio, the number of doctors. Uber Volta Regency say we have only one ophthalmologist, one eye specialist, Bakupe. Mid district say we are looking for a pediatrician. Since we lost the only one we had, I've put out all kinds of incentives, and you know I like to be hands-on. I like to support initiatives in the constituency. Say Ubenya free housing, well furnished, and all of that. We still don't have a pediatrician yet. Meanwhile, if you visit a lot of the rural schools, Ubenhu say we don't have adequate professional teachers. Into analysis, we have about 400,000 vacancies in the public sector. 400,000, yes.
But what are we waiting
until when the Honorable Osafu Mafu and Akenofuriata almost say the public sector is full, the payroll is full. No, that is not the case. It's not true. Now, I believe strongly, sir, it is rather an issue, sir. We need those people to engage them. If you go to the district, even district lawyers, planners, environmental workers, we don't have them. Meanwhile, we have a lot of these professionals looking for jobs in our country.
But must it be a binding or say absorbing?
Into what we should say, and say, we need to grow this economy. We need to grow this economy, expand the economy. And then we need to watch your expenditure. I believe that there are a lot of things in the public expenditure space. You bet to me as suspended. Here.
A bit is a day.
And then we use the monies. A bit is allocations now year to Office of Government Machinery. Your contingency vote. Imagine contingency vote 933 million. Imagine the number of people it can pay. And then some of the prestige projects. You see, for example, we are going to open new embassies in Mexico, Trinidad, and Tobago. These things can wait. Conference center, you're breaking it down. Now you see for 160 million euros. All of this in the 2022 budget. You see STEM universities. A lot of Buankra, you could see Green City Village. All kinds of, fantastic prestige projects. If you are in good times, your people are well employed, well engaged, then you can go and do those projects. But for now, I believe that a lot of these expenditure items, young Chassel, now the vacancies, 400,000 vacancies, so let's create jobs.
Yes, but
then number two,
I don't know, and they because it is still projected. So annually, you have over 100,000 graduates from the tertiary institutions. Even if we are to absorb those that are already in existence, still now the gap will be there.
Exactly. That's why I'm going to the other suggestions. The second suggestion I may hear and say, establish a youth entrepreneurs bank. Bank and put in there at least 10 billion cedis. Now, Sir Bank, it will not only be giving the young entrepreneurs money, but a bit more coaching, mentorship. Because statistics actually say about 80% of startups collapse because the youth, they don't have the guidance they need, the assistance. And to just have special bank, I be focusing on, creating the entrepreneurial giants. The Mr. Kessis of Kessben and the Kwame Despites and the Dangotes of this continent. It starts by having a bank that supports them. The other suggestion, so am I here, say, we need to immediately bring an end to this business of contract staff. Meaning, you will be shocked how many
people are working on
contract. Or more retire. Now some person be coffee. Meanwhile, the young people are at home struggling. And you see, what youth unemployment does, and they say, it robs you of your dignity. Because we're university, where you are a graduate, and then you are unemployed. Look, they begin to even get depressed because they are hiding from their mates, hiding from friends, from society. Even they are embarrassed for their parents. Yes. It just robs you of your dignity. And yet, we should even, allow to fester. Into all those on contract, make us say, let's stop it.
A time so necessary pensioner, you must
Go.
Leave the system.
Leave the system.
Okay.
Sometimes they argue, say, oh, young one, we are the specialists. We don't have other young ones. And no crana, we should even let you go quickly. I didn't think I want training young ones. Why didn't you train the young ones? Why didn't you mentor young ones to take over from you? And so that is the third one. The other suggestion, so my and they say, Oshe baby aye druna say no. Look, we should be bold to tell ourselves that look, there are some sectors, there are some commodities yen importibium. For example, rice. Rice. Look, we have the capacity to be self-sufficient in rice production.
Okay.
Until we must insist that we will not import rice. Sure, in my constituency, may experiment be metal combined harvester for my rice farmers.
Okay.
And you will be shocked the impact it has made and how they've become so, empowered. Look, the number of rice, some of the rice are Mechema and Napco for the Napco people in my district to support them at Christmas because they haven't been paid. It came from these local rice farmers because of the combined harvest that they've received. We have the capacity. Look, Kwame Nkrumah is 7-year development plan. My area, the Aveime place, Aveime rice, all the way to Accra irrigation project. It can feed the whole of West Africa. But we are not tapping into that potential. These are some of the suggestions, including proposing even early retirement packages for Omoa Udru 55, 56. You take a good package and then you can leave for young people to come in. Okay. We need a Marshall Plan. Youth unemployment is a major crisis. Okay. And yeah, dear, we should just, you see, and let's admit, sir, from the Kufuor era, you started with all this NYP, Jida, now NAPCO, no. And boy, it has not, they have just been stopgap measures, and we've just been papering over the cracks. We need to have a more comprehensive, sustainable job creation agenda.
Okay. All right. My main Kaiwe na member the last one. Good morning, Mr. Speaker. My name is Malam Saeed from Northton. Tell my MP that he should come and take care of our constituency and stop attacking President Akufado. Malam Saeed made that say any message, we say good morning to you, Mr. Host, your guest. Tell him that God bless him and continue to bless him again. Alexander is my name from Nyafuman in the Brim North District. Okay, but that's it. Anyway, message. We say good morning to you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Nene, calling from Tema, texting you from Tema. I want you to please ask the Honorable Ablakwa that is he the only ranking member for that particular committee? He is on the committee as well. That is always on official travels of the president on the hiring jet. Okay, I don't really get the content of the message, but I think, sir, it comes to the question I wanted to ask. And maybe, sir, I was Mr. Speaker, please ask him where was all these suggestions he's making in terms of curtailing the problem of youth unemployment when they were in power from great Marcus Ewo Eduman and Wadiwe at the Abba. Great Marcus made us say, well, Mr. Speaker, good morning. Please tell the Honorable Okudzeto Ablakwa that I like him, but his attacks on President Akufado is one too many. Ya Osakinde Ewo Taifa and Wadiwe Abba. Ya Honorable Asirano. I say I'm Prophet Isaac from Kaswa. God bless your Honorable Okudzeto Ablakwa and continue to tell the truth and then the truth to power. He is indeed a humble soul. God bless him. He has matured in his political career. And also what the about 20 minutes after 9. Just in a brief, you need the Honorable Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa Eddie Bessie. And the controversies in Parliament about Adwoa Safo, very, very important for the honorable member to clarify. In the third term in Parliament, I believe, sir, he knows a lot about this particular development. It's the honorable Sarah Adwoa Safo. But before the there is a question I want to ask. Yeah. We are ranking member on the Foreign Affairs Committee. Say, it happens, say, AU Eco Summit, president, any government, invite you to be part of the delegation. Now, chartered flights na near Dekwa. Will you be on board?
Debbie Menko, I will not use it.
It will be then work.
I will not use it. I will not be part of it. AU say kwa Abuja na ya kwa Addis Ababa ya local aircraft say Arik and Awa. And I would use those ones.
You would use those ones
because
is it for the purposes of your integrity?
Yeah, and my conscience. So I honestly know. Sikai say on those chartered flights. No, I don't want to be part of it.
Okay, I'm told to say Ajuasa for beginning with the processes, a motion to declare her seat vacant. Na on it looks as if say or stressing the New Patriotic Party. Mamintio on the issue of Article 97, if I'm right, 1C on absenteeism. How SSA will seek permission from the speaker and son await me absent for the 15 days or more. Na mentisa issues na see.
Yo, into my main kind Article 97(1) say a member of parliament shall vacate his seat in parliament.
Okay.
It has various scenarios. Say A, upon a dissolution of parliament, or B, if he's elected as speaker of parliament, or C, if he is absent without the permission in writing of the speaker, and he is unable to offer a reasonable explanation to the Parliamentary Committee on Privileges from 15 sittings of a meeting of Parliament during any period that Parliament has been summoned to meet and continues to meet. Into Article 97(1)(c) deals with absenteeism. Other to say D says if he's expelled from Parliament after having been found guilty of contempt of Parliament by a committee of Parliament. Into other circumstances. But say on the matter of Ajasafono, we are talking about absenteeism. Say won't ba Parliament. And the rule here under Article 97(1)(c), which is also captured under Order 16(1) of our standing orders of Parliament. Say we may see sitting for 15 sittings, 15 working days. You are really in big trouble.
Okay.
Into OSHA processes now, a member must raise it on the floor. The speaker will refer your conduct to the Privileges Committee. Now, Privileges Committee are deliberated, and they prepare a report and present the report to the House.
Okay.
Into the full House, ever taking a vote whether your seat should be declared vacant. Once your seat is declared vacant, then there's going to be a by-election.
Okay.
Into I have said, and I put out that statement yesterday, sir, in seeking to apply Article 97(1)(c), yenya fair, yenja discrimination, no, because I have gone through the votes and proceedings. I made the copies about because of how serious I take your platform. The votes and proceedings. Other paper, no, I know you're yellow.
One,
I know that gives you the agenda for the day. And the votes and proceedings, and know the register or attendance.
As a member of parliament.
It does three things. Into if you take the vote and proceedings, you see those who are present. Second category, those who are absent with permission. And a third category, no, those who are just absent or more permission. Now, when you go to the votes and proceedings, and yet nearby Honorable Sarah Ajuasafo Nkwana were falling foul of Article 97(1)(c). There are two other MPP MPs. The Honorable Kennedy Ohini Ejipon of Asin Central, and the Honorable Henry Kote of Ayawaso Central, the Greater Accra Region Minister. All three of them, indeed, almost the two Nokrano, they have offended even bigger. Because Omodia 18 working days are Omamba Parliament continuously.
Without permission.
Without permission. And see, I am saying, sir, and I'm insisting, sir, all three of them must face the full rigors of the law. And see, I cannot understand why our colleagues on the other side are more discriminating against the Honorable Sarah Joseph.
They're standing it out.
Yes. Picking and choosing. I mean, Bonibena Ajosafun Nkwan Aye. Is it because or no ambeboa when they needed her e-levy vote. Into because of e-levy, no there, because these other two, no, they have indicated said they are available to support them past the obnoxious e-levy. Ajasafo is not playing ball on e-levy. Into they are engaged in such discrimination. I'm saying say that Debbie, as a lawmaker who has taken an oath to be fair, to be truthful, to be sincere, say in applying the Constitution of Ghana, nobody is above the Constitution. The Honorable Henry Kote, only above the Constitution. The Honorable Kennedy Japan, only above the Constitution.
But Omono were absent from when to when?
They were absent from 26 October to 24th November.
2021.
2021.
I see.
Yes. And 18 working days continuous.
Whilst Parliament was sitting.
While Parliament was sitting. And they did not seek permission. They did not seek permission. I have done my checks and I have all the records here. Yeah, I can go through them. Absent. Why is it that Omodie, their colleagues are not interested in taking them on? Is Kennedy Japan above the law? Is Henry Kote above the law? Enti ekwanya omopese omode the Honorable Ajasafo efano. Sa kwan no eno ano. I expect say the Honorable Kennedy Japan and the Honorable Henry Kote, they must also take that route. And I have served notice say if they don't do it, I will do it.
You move the motion.
I will move the motion. And pray, Mr. Speaker, that all three of them, because me, I believe in fairness.
Okay.
I believe in fairness. Already, no, Parliament or no, and ban on Dorso. We only have 20 on both sides, 40, out of a house of 275. And why are we hounding only one person?
Kessben.
Why are her own colleagues up in arms against her when she's not the only guilty party? And the irony is that Nipana only did the charge, Krano.
Yeah, honestly,
he is so guilty. Need you cry your worst. You come to equity with clean hands, not with filthy, smelly hands. And I am very, very clear in my mind. Say, all the three of them. And if we are going to have, if they are serving notice, Ghana for prepare your minds, we are going to have a by-election. I am saying, sir, we are going to have 3 by-elections. We must prepare our minds for 3 by-elections.
I see.
And you don't Ayawa so central and Asin central.
But what would that mean in Parliament for Mojuma Mobeye?
Well, what it will mean is the MPP will be short of 3 MPs, at least within a period of some 21 days.
Okay.
And the Electoral Commission will have to conduct fresh elections in those constituencies. That is, if we trigger the processes and we come to a determination. I do not see how, because you see, in other jurisdictions, they take these matters very seriously. You are too about now, so koye ejuma. Your constituents expect you to be in the house working. Me free her right after this interview, I'm rushing to Parliament. I'm always there. Inti constitution no, I'm a quine say, won't to me enquire, ebia yena ye nipa ebia we are ana or doctor's appointment be ana say emergency BAC in your family or in your constituency. You have to go and attend to it. Seek permission. That's what the constitution says. But you will not seek permission.
But
no respect to the Speaker's office.
But it is to what extent?
Oh, you seek, once you seek your form.
Is there a duration?
Your absentee form. No?
Okay.
Your absentee form will be filled. And normally speakers grant it. Say a medical, sometimes they will ask, oh, can we get a doctor's report? Because speakers don't want people hiding behind those things to just be truant. You know. And that is the right thing to do. So you see, look, we are paid by the taxpayer, and the taxpayer must get value for money. And you see, I am even now raising more fundamental issues. Say, if I didn't take it upon myself, say, the ECOSU absentees in Domikwabenya by-election, let me go and check the records to be sure, say, to just ascertain, to verify if it is only Ajasafo who has been caught in this web, only to discover 2 other MPs.
But more when these members I qualify of
there be my check.
Okay.
Indeed, the only person who came very close, he escaped narrowly. The Honorable Jogate, 14-day. And I think he's been a smart lawyer, 15-day, and a reporter here, the question I'm asking is, if I didn't take it upon myself to carry out this research, Parliament as an institution, how is it that Parliament did not detect this? Into moving forward now, I'm calling for institutional reforms.
Okay.
So that there can be an inbuilt mechanism in Parliament to be able to check these things.
Okay.
And yes, sir, because you see all these things, and it even reduces the image of Parliament. People think, say, oh, you're too Obama or Mokrana or Monko Parliament or Munye Jumano and all of that. And it affects our collective credibility. And I'm hoping, sir, moving forward, the Parliament as an institution would put in place the needed mechanism. Because, we are in charge of checking the executive, checking other ministries, department, agencies. And then we ourselves, check here. It's a problem.
Okay. Oh, that was Yanope. I'm grateful for your time this morning. I think we've had a very good conversation, and we wish to do this most of it.
I've enjoyed it.
Thank you.
I am also grateful to you for the opportunity. And let me also use this opportunity to extend special greetings to my constituents, particularly those in Japan, Bato, Mapa, Ifojoku, Togoma, Volu, Omunyana, Omutie, will program match. And I want to assure them, say, we'll continue to serve them well. Nipa was sending that text from my constituent, said, membership. Omunim said, I'm not one of those. Every weekend, I'm with them. This weekend, I was with them in Siko, me mechanized borehole project. Recently, who said me donate a vehicle to the longest serving midwife.
Yeah.
The rice farmers have received a combined harvester. All the circuit supervisors have received laptops. Assemblymen, receiving brand new laptops. All the health workers, recently Volo health workers. There was an emergency case. Miss Opoti took care of all the bills at Kolibunti. I'm not an absentee MP either in the constituency or in Parliament. So be rest assured, and I'll continue to serve them to the best of my abilities.
Thank you. Let's do this another time.
Absolutely.
I believe certain Safra.
Absolutely.
I'm grateful.
Bye-bye.
The Honorable Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, for Member of Parliament at the North Town constituency. On behalf of production team,